Imagine going back 66 million years to the final day of the dinosaurs. A giant asteroid is racing toward Earth. But this time, it misses. There is no global firestorm, no endless darkness, and no sudden collapse of the food chain. The age of dinosaurs continues. At first, Earth might look almost the same. Tyrannosaurs would still hunt across forests and plains. Giant long-necked dinosaurs would move in herds, while smaller feathered species adapted to different climates. Over millions of years, dinosaurs would continue evolving into faster, smarter, and more specialized animals. Mammals would still exist, but they would remain small and hidden. Without the mass extinction, mammals might never gain the space needed to become dominant. Most would stay nocturnal, living in trees, underground, or in places too dangerous for large dinosaurs. That means primates might never appear. And without primates, humans would probably never exist. Instead, Earth could belong to entirely different intelligent species. Some small predatory dinosaurs already had sharp vision, strong coordination, and relatively large brains. Given millions of additional years, one branch might evolve greater intelligence, more complex social behavior, and the ability to use tools. They might not look human. They could be covered in feathers, walk on two legs, communicate with sound and body movement, and use clawed hands to build simple shelters. If their intelligence continued developing, they could become the first civilization on Earth. But building cities would be difficult in a world filled with giant predators. Settlements might be constructed on cliffs, islands, or elevated platforms. Strong walls would protect communities from large carnivores. Roads could be designed as enclosed tunnels, while farms might be placed behind electric barriers. Even travel would be dangerous. A herd of massive dinosaurs could block entire regions. Flying reptiles might control the skies, and oceans could remain dominated by enormous predators. Life would evolve around constant risk. The planet would also look different. Forests might be denser, grasslands less widespread, and many modern animals might never appear. There may be no elephants, lions, horses, whales, or humans. Instead, every ecosystem would be shaped by descendants of dinosaurs. Earth would not be an ancient world frozen in time. It would be a modern planet ruled by creatures that never lost their chance to evolve. And the most important question would not be whether humans could survive among them. It would be whether humans would ever exist at all. If dinosaurs had survived, mammals would face millions of years of competition. Large dinosaurs would control open plains, forests, and major food sources. Small mammals might survive only by hiding underground, climbing trees, and remaining active at night. That would make human evolution extremely unlikely. Our distant ancestors needed changing environments, expanding grasslands, and fewer dominant predators to move out of the trees and gradually develop larger brains, tool use, and complex societies. In a dinosaur-controlled world, those opportunities might never appear. But suppose one small group of primates still managed to evolve. Early humans would enter a planet far more dangerous than the one our ancestors knew. Instead of facing lions, wolves, and bears, they could encounter feathered hunters several times their size. Human settlements would need powerful defenses from the beginning. Villages might be built inside caves, on mountain ledges, or behind deep trenches. Fires would remain lit throughout the night. Watchtowers would warn communities when large predators approached. Hunting would also be different. Humans probably could not challenge the largest dinosaurs directly. They would target eggs, small species, injured animals, or the remains left behind by bigger predators. This pressure might accelerate technology. Stronger spears, traps, fortified shelters, and coordinated hunting groups would become necessary for survival. Humans might develop advanced weapons earlier, not to conquer one another, but simply to avoid extinction. Some dinosaurs could even be domesticated. Small herbivorous species might be raised for food, transport, or protection. Fast dinosaurs could replace horses, while heavily armored species might be used to carry supplies. But controlling them would remain dangerous. A single escaped predator could destroy an entire settlement. As human populations grew, conflict over land would become unavoidable. Forests would be cleared, rivers redirected, and dinosaur habitats reduced. Human civilization and dinosaur ecosystems could not expand forever without colliding. Eventually, the planet might be divided. Dense cities and protected agricultural zones would belong to humans, while enormous wilderness regions remained under dinosaur control. Humanity would not rule the entire Earth. We would survive inside carefully defended islands of civilization, surrounded by a world that was never truly ours. As human civilization became more advanced, survival would no longer depend only on walls and weapons. It would depend on controlling the environment. Cities might be surrounded by enormous barriers, motion sensors, drones, and automated warning systems. Roads between settlements could run through armored tunnels, while high-speed trains moved above the ground on protected tracks. Air travel would also be dangerous. Large flying reptiles and their descendants could threaten aircraft, forcing humans to develop special flight corridors, powerful radar systems, and defensive drones. Outside protected cities, entire continents might remain wild. Governments could create massive dinosaur reserves where humans were forbidden to settle. These regions would be larger and more dangerous than any modern national park. Scientists would study dinosaur behavior from fortified research stations. Some species might migrate thousands of kilometers every year, crossing borders and destroying anything built in their path. A single herd of giant herbivores could flatten farms, roads, and small towns. Predators would create an even greater problem. Intelligent hunting species might learn to avoid traps, follow vehicles, and attack weak points in human defenses. Over time, some could adapt specifically to living near cities, feeding on waste, livestock, or unprotected people. Humanity would respond with increasingly powerful technology. Robotic patrols could monitor wilderness borders. Artificial intelligence might predict migrations and attacks. Genetic engineering could make dangerous species smaller, calmer, or unable to reproduce. But that would create a serious moral conflict. Would humans have the right to redesign dinosaurs simply because they were dangerous? Some people would argue that human safety came first. Others would say dinosaurs had ruled Earth for millions of years before humans appeared. Political movements could form around dinosaur protection. Illegal hunting might become one of the world's largest crimes, especially if dinosaur teeth, eggs, feathers, or DNA became valuable. There could also be attempts to domesticate more species. Small intelligent dinosaurs might work with humans in search and rescue teams. Fast herbivores could be used for transport in remote areas. Armored species might help move heavy equipment. But the most intelligent dinosaurs could become something very different. If one species developed advanced communication, memory, and social organization, humans might discover that they were not dealing with animals at all. They might be dealing with another intelligent civilization. These creatures could defend territory, create tools, teach their young, and understand human behavior. They might view expanding cities as an invasion. For the first time, humanity would have to share Earth with another intelligent species. Negotiation might replace hunting. Borders could be created between human and dinosaur territories. Communication systems might allow basic diplomacy, trade, or cooperation. But peace would remain fragile. Humans would want more land, minerals, and energy. Intelligent dinosaurs would want to protect their habitats and future generations. The conflict would no longer be about survival alone. It would be about ownership. And humanity would finally face a question we have never had to answer. If another species had ruled Earth long before us, would this planet truly belong to humans? Eventually, humans and dinosaurs would reach a point where neither side could completely dominate the planet. Humanity would control fortified cities, advanced technology, agriculture, and transportation. Dinosaurs would still rule vast forests, mountains, wetlands, and wilderness regions too dangerous to fully occupy. Some species might live peacefully near humans. Others would remain an ongoing threat. Entire governments could be built around managing migrations, protecting cities, and preventing conflict between people and powerful dinosaur populations. But the greatest change would be psychological. Humans would never see themselves as the unquestioned rulers of Earth. Every city wall, warning system, and protected road would remind us that another ancient branch of life still shared the planet. If intelligent dinosaurs also evolved, the situation would become even more complicated. Earth might contain two civilizations with different languages, cultures, territories, and ideas about ownership. Cooperation could lead to extraordinary discoveries. Conflict could lead to wars unlike anything in our history. So, what if dinosaurs had never gone extinct? Human beings might never have evolved at all. And even if we did, Earth would not be a human world with dinosaurs living inside it. It would be a dinosaur world where humanity was still fighting for permission to survive.